Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
Just need a few inches on 3rd down to move the sticks on this opening drive. Creates a little space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I think this offense really relies on their ability to run the football, especially early in games, because you want to demoralize the opponent. So that's great news there. Opening drive, first 3rd down, and you pick up the first down by a lot of yards.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tosses it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for space. It's Bray. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Running back searching for a hole. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Right back to the well. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Got his man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to run it. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Caught behind the line. It's Dingle.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. And his throw is incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. To the ground with the back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
4th down coming up.
They'll take a pass on the 46-yard field goal, try and go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
1st and goal for the offense. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. It's picked off, and that's number 10. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The gift to the back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Plows through the defense. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance.
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on third down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball to the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the third down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the first down.
Looking to pass. It's Barnett. He's moving out of the pocket. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Back to pass on second down. He's got him at the 45 on his way. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better, sir.
I don't know if I can quote the great Reese Davis. That was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, that quarterback is really lucky that that ball wasn't intercepted. You should never throw the ball back across your body. I think because of the pressure, he felt like he had to do something quickly with the football, but that was almost a very bad play.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time it's complete. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Just keep slinging it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Here we go.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position.
First and 10.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
He's brought down.
No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Steps away. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was paid.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. It's caught. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. On over the middle, it's West. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He'll slide and avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. He'll take a shot. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is on top, but it's not like Roger Staubach is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll start this drive with a pass. Moving out of the pocket. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Hauls it in. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Quickly to the tight end. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's St. Clair. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route.
The pass on 1st down. Caught by the receiver. No gain on the play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab on the left. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Going for 6. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Finding open areas. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hamilton. There he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily headed to the end zone. Makes the easy catch and weaves his way into the end zone for a touchdown. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's complete on the right side. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's West. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Catch in the middle. It's West. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
The clock is stopped. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Douglas. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with the one there.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. That is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
1st and 10.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on 2nd down from the 5. Unloads it downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Douglas. Throws to the back. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Dingle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Right on the money. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make two in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th. He's got it, first down and more. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Got it in the middle. It's West. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this third quarter. This quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
It's complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Dropping back, it's Douglas. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Complete to the left. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
Ready.
The snap sets up to throw. Trying to find the end zone. And it's a touchdown. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
1st and 10.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on 1st down and a quarterback hit on 2nd down. Got to do a better job.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes one. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Hunt is on its way. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Floating away. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
They'll leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 32-29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Quarterback adapting. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
You want to have a lot of success on defense? Make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a plan.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but
turning it on. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. A first down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Barnett. Got his man on the right. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And it's in there for a touchdown. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Now on 2nd down. Off play action. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Looking downfield, it's Douglas. It's on target and complete. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Washington. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Trying to take it back. All the way in for the touchdown.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Thanks to grab. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. He's got it on the move. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a third down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
He wants it all. Makes the catch and gets the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. The give as they work on that clock. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Laterals it back. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
To the air, it's Barnett. Now improvising. He's going to take off. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, it's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Wide out trying to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it inches away from the touchdown.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Tick, 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 tick. Clock winding down, and they're in for the touchdown. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Looking for a man. It's Douglas. Back open in the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
At the 46-yard
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
for the offense.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time.